What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Sakamoto Days, this time with episode 7 of part 2. Fantastic episode last time out. We're starting off this new kind of assassin academy college kind of arc. I really enjoyed this first episode, just the first test here, a bit of a battle royale on a plane, which is awesome. So very much excited to see more to come. I love this kind of setup with like schools and tournaments and like all this kind of stuff. But let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. We had a couple of awesome characters, including this guy as well, of course, didn't we? As well as the blue-haired girl who I really like, who got the big ass machine gun, and like John Rambo. But quite the mess whoever's going to clean this up is going to have on their hands here. And they're going to have to, because this plane is probably very expensive. Not just the fact that it's a plane, but the fact that it's also bulletproof. There's a little plane in the opening. Maybe that's a little, that's probably a little tease at this arc, isn't it? But yeah, whoever's got to clean this up has got a hell of a job in their hands. You know, I think there might be a movie like that, but I'd quite like to see like a movie like The Cleaner, the guy that cleans up after assassins. Probably wouldn't be all that interesting, but you could make it interesting. That's the thing. You can make anything interesting. And you know what? I should also note that I did get told that I've always pointed out the fact that the fucking civilians in this series just don't give a fuck about anything that goes on. And I should have really realised, even in the opening, there's so much going on in the opening, and not a single bystander is like panicked at all. They're just so casual. So yeah, the opening should have said that to me already, but it only took me until now to realise that would be the case. Which I love as well that Sakamoto puts the blade credits. He doesn't just use them as a weapon; he puts them in his back pocket as well. He got his classic weapon last week, didn't he? Let's remember the pen, the classic Sakamoto pen. The most interesting use, honestly, I've seen of a pen is honestly in I think the Saw 4, is it? When he stabs himself in the throat so he can breathe. Yeah, this will be good for you, Shin. This will be good for you. I don't want to say much because I don't know too much about this place, but I feel like he probably would have failed if he was here before he met Sakamoto. Probably would have failed this course and maybe died. Yeah. Except I heard all that shit we were just talking. Yeah. It would be. It would be so annoying finding someone that could know the future like this. Suck. Yeah, for real. I'm fucking killing kids. Oh, that's one of the ones he already got, I assume. He's not got him like around his neck or anything. But you only need one. Selfish. Although I guess it's in their best interest that as few people as possible get a bullet. And this is like genuine as well, because surely he could just read his mind to see if he was playing here. Is actually just is genuinely sad about this. A hyena attack, huh? Let's go, shit. Hyenas do. I think they do sneak up like that, don't they? They like wait. They like group up in packs, then eat like leftovers, stuff like that. Getting a few decent friends already, aren't we? Here. Oh. Okay, nice. That the ricochet, or was that her just literally just oh, handling it terribly? I can't imagine it. Yeah, I've never held a gun. I can't imagine something like that would be very easy to handle the recoil of or anything. I probably would just like just start showering it all over the place. Oh shit! This is the guy from the see him in the opener. Looks like he's got a film roll around his neck. Yeah, he has. Okay. This is a bit like Nightcrawler, if any of you guys seen that movie. Gotta do anything to get a shot. Oh, damn. Holy crap. Damn, with the fucking board thing. Ah! Funny games. Oh man, I really don't remember much from that. I remember like the white artwork of that. It's got like a white cover. And you don't actually like. I remember not expecting it to be like a horrorish kind of movie. It, no, I was gonna say I thought it might have someone else in there. Yeah, this funny game. I've never actually watched it though. I don't think. This is the cover I'm most used to seeing, but yeah, I've heard of this movie. Yeah, this is the cover of So they're talking about this one. It looks like there's a couple funny games. I guess I got them mixed up as well. That's the title. That's the one I was talking about, but think they might actually be talking about this one, because I think this one is a bit of a bigger movie. And I think this is the horror movie. So maybe they're actually talking about this one. I don't know. There's a couple of funny games. I think this one's a horror, and I think this one is like looks like some kind of psychological action type thing. I don't know. I don't know about this one, to be honest with you. I've heard about this funny games though, and apparently it's pretty messed up. I think it's like a hostage kind of situation thing. Again, I've never actually watched it, but yeah, it's like a hostage kind of. They take out someone hostage or something like that. I kind of forget. If any of you guys have seen either of those, do let me know which one he's talking about here. Maybe there might be even more than these two funny games. But honestly, when I hear that, it also reminds me of a website I used to visit as a kid. Back when maybe I was like 10 or something. There was a website called Funny Games where there'd be a lot of games, a lot of like tower defense games and stuff like that. I used to go on there quite often. Murder films. This guy's like proper JoJo villain right here. Kanagiri. Yeah. I think there's a lot of movie references going on. Thank you guys for the comments last week as well, by the way. I think a few of the movie references I spoke about were actually the case. Again, this kind of feels a bit like, yeah, a big kind of love letter, like some action and thriller movies, American and Japanese. These guys think they're in absolutely no danger. So that would, I mean, everybody's kind of gone solo. To be honest, what we're doing here is actually a really good idea now. Like, team up with people. Surely other people might have, well, I guess panic, I guess, but that's probably one of the best options you could have done in this situation. Try and find people that are on the same page, share the bullets. It's getting awfully close, isn't it? I'm alright with found footage myself. There's a few good ones. Cloverfield's a good one. Your first watch of like Blair Witch is a good one. On rewatches, it's not quite as good, but like the Paranormal Activity movies and shit, I don't really enjoy too much. I like the VHS movies. I think they're pretty cool. Sometimes their earlier ones, especially, have some really cool segments. Kind of ghouly. Does everything, eh? Hitman film. This guy does not give his consent. I agree with that. What did you just say? No! Get your ass in the cinema! Get your ass in the cinema right now, kid. What did he say? Did he say he was on his fucking phone? They're so long and you can't skip through, and they're loud. Just watch them online. To be fair, I've watched a lot of movies online. First, again, when YouTube was just starting out, I watched B movies online. That's how I watched. That's how I watched Death Note for the first time. That's how I watched the first Saw movie in 8 parts with 1 part removed. So I watched parts 1 through 3, and then I think part 4 was missing, and then it was part 5 to 8. And yeah, I'd watch a few movies back in the day like that. Obviously, streaming services and everything. This guy here must hate streaming services. It's Karaguru. I'll sort the time out in a minute, guys. Apologies. Just Google the synopsis, and that's as good as watching the movie. Joe, there are genuinely people out there that do stuff like that, isn't there? I think especially like with YouTube, like video essays on games and movies, people just take that for watching the movie. They think that they've experienced it because they've heard like a synopsis or they've read stories, and they don't actually want to experience it themselves. You see that quite a lot, and it is quite insulting sometimes to, especially if they say they're like a big fan, and you're like, oh, so you haven't actually played or watched it, you've just, yeah. This guy right here is the ultimate kind of aggressor. Yeah, this guy has been so disrespectful right here. I don't blame him for fucking him up, honestly. That's real JoJo's right here, bloody hell, man. There's some real JoJo's fucking episodes going on. Is that Mr. Taro? He directed the shot. Jewel. Jewel like her. Well, I hate to break it to you, but he already is the main character. Oh, it's her? I'm talking about her? I was gonna say Jewel like. He just stole all our bullets. Oh shit. Well done, bro. No, no, this is not the case, right? I don't want to. Sorry to pause again, but this shouldn't happen, right? I'm not just being stupid here. I'm not fully kind of educated on stuff like this, but I'm pretty sure in the event of there is, obviously you can't expect plane drivers to be plane drivers, pilots. As you can tell, no expert. You can't expect them to be like, what if one of the two gets a heart attack? What happens if one of the two just like passes out or has some kind of crazy, I mean, you probably, if you have some kind of condition that makes you like pass out or something, you probably wouldn't be allowed to be a pilot anyway, I assume. But if they did, it just so happens that they randomly have like a heart attack or something. I'm pretty sure in the event that that's the case, I'm pretty sure one person is able to pilot a plane still, right? I'm pretty sure like there's 2 pilots, but it is possible for one to actually kind of take over and control the plane now. Not just the case that it just immediately goes straight down like this. Makes for an interesting situation though. But yeah, they should be okay, right? I assume that guy's probably maybe it's just for now. I assume the other pilot is gonna just like take control and things will be okay. But right now, if I was the other pilot, I'd definitely be fearing for my life. Like, oh, how did a stray bullet manage to get in here? One, surely the most safe place you'd hope on this plane for everybody taking part in this test would be the cockpit, is it? Like, surely that's the place you want to barricade the most against bullets. And yeah, it doesn't bode well. Go to his chin fat. I've got a lot. Someone can probably grab onto mine if they want. You're boring? This is awesome. You see Christopher Nolan do shots like this, don't you? With like a spinning, and a few other really big directors. They like have like spinning kind of rooms that they direct in. It looks really awesome. Oh my god, Jesus! This guy, he's fucking do anything for an awesome scene, wouldn't he? Bloody hell! Wow, got to commend the commitment. Head examiner. Where were these people? Looks a bit like Lou. On that point, where is Lou? I guess she's just staying at home. Not going to be involved in this. This is the second test. Survive falling out of a plane without a parachute. Incredible. So what? They just say everyone failed. Is their plan? Oh dear. Kill baby. I don't know about that. Yes, you can survive a plane crash. Can you survive falling from a plane from this height? Has that ever happened? Seems very unlikely. Doesn't matter what you hit. It seems very unlikely. I imagine there could be a giant pillow that you could fall in, and you'd still probably like break your neck or something. This guy's crazy. Yeah, you gotta respect it in a way. I do respect directors and people that produce movies and such that really go out of their way. Obviously not to this extent, but that do like get creative and get down and dirty. I love like Sam Raimi's style of like directing. That's very gritty and um, especially during the time where he first released Evil Dead, very unique and set foundations for a lot of movies today by going so crazy back in the day. I love the effect on his voice. Nice little attention to detail with the voice acting there. That director, he did pick a good main character here, honestly, didn't he? She is an interesting girl. She is a very main character like as well, actually, isn't she? Her name's even Akira. Was that her mum we see in the opening then? Ah. Oh, so her mum was friends with Sakamoto back in the day? Well, touch yours. Oh, they're just got a belly flop. Okay, it worked. Nice. Oh, oh wow. Probably should have learned how to swim. I'm really not very good in the water, but I know how to swim. Like, I don't know how to float. So if I get in the water, I need to keep moving. But I can move. I used to be quite decent at the butterfly back in the day. Front crawl. I can't do this one. I can't do that one. But I can do the front crawl. Do the back crawl. Do the butterfly. But I can't do the for some reason I was never able to do that one. Yeah, you guys are incredibly lucky. But good job from her. You know what, sewing, it's honestly really fucking cool in anime, honestly. I don't think there's ever been an adaptation of someone being good at sewing that isn't cool in anime. Incredible, really, isn't it? Not just the quickness, but like the steady hand in that situation. Insane. But yeah, you actually know her mum, apparently, from judging from the opening. Is the girl that looks like Mayoi from Monogatari, and she's got a little pin of Sakamoto. I think we do see that in the opening. I think I did pause the other day and notice that she had a little plushy toy of him. So I guess she's a big fan. So yeah, as I said a minute ago, is Liu Xiaotang just not involved in this arc at all? Then a bit of a shame. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? You're just not going to see her for the rest of the season. Yeah, another really good episode. Went a very crazy direction. Pardon the pun. With the director. It was pretty awesome, to be honest. Again, very much reminds me of like a JoJo style villain, just crazed, obsessed. But like I said, I really like that with directors. I feel like you have to be a bit crazy. You have to be a bit nuts to make something really awesome. So yeah, with the best, like think of like Tarantino, he's a freak. He loves his feet. And yeah, he loves his feet, and he's just like he's a strange guy, but like in a great way, if you know what I'm saying. Like you got to be that kind of way to be a master or something, I think. It's also funny, like some of the best. Like you think of him, you think of who's the guy that made Metal Gear? I forget his name, but he's also a big feet guy. So yeah, maybe there's something in the feet. You look like you could use a pork bun. Man, I heard that so much playing Sleeping Dogs. I've been playing recently. A real man. You are not a real man unless you have a pork bun. What is it? Yeah, it does. But it's around a blue rock. Oh, you could get 4 pork buns. Oh, you got them for everyone. See, for me, I'd buy 4 pork buns for myself. But yeah, that's nice. Yeah, as I said, I would personally, if I saw that, I'd be like, 1 bowl of rice, ramen, sorry, or 4 pork buns all for myself. I'd definitely go 4 pork buns. And the others can just eat like bite what they're eating. But yeah, nice scene at the end there. Actually, hopefully we get a few of those with Blue and the others. This guy going forward as well, because we are going to miss them during this arc. It does seem. But yeah, another great episode. Slight little tease of this girl that we do see in the opening, which again, she looks a lot like Mayoi from Monogatari, like a lot, like slightly taller, but she really does resemble her. Yeah, she's got the love heart, some kind of purple moon, as well as old Sakamoto. how she got that, I guess it's custom made, I assume. She literally has gone to the effort of custom making a plushie for him. So yeah, quite the job from her. Is she going to be a participant then? Because surely she shouldn't be allowed to be, right? She just absolutely skipped all of this madness. Personally, if I was one of the contestants, then she did got to be. If she was a contestant as well and she joined, I'd absolutely be having it out for her. She'd be the first one I'd be targeting, because how unfair is that? So I assume that might be the case, and I'm also going to assume she's probably incredibly skilled because she's ready to handle that. If she is a participant, anyway. But yeah, this blue-haired girl, I don't know her name, so apologies, but she was pretty fantastic today, wasn't she? I really like her. Definitely got that main character energy, as the director did say. She definitely seems like she could be the main character for her own kind of show. The sewing was really cool. Again, very level-headed during a situation like that, which was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I love how everyone was just so ready as well. I mean, you're in a do or die situation, so you're going to do everything you can. But they were just so ready, like, yep, there you go. Save us, please. And yeah, just some awesome action. I really like the director guy. It seems like he's still alive. I think Sakamoto just kind of beat him up in the air, right? But he was awesome. He created a lot of very interesting situations today. I will say there was a couple like PNG looking action shots, especially with the guns during this episode. There was only like a couple shots, to be honest, only a couple seconds worth of stuff, but there was a few shots of people like shooting, and it was just like a still image. And you guys know I'm not a big fan of gun kind of action anyway, just because it is just someone standing there going like this, and you call that action. I mean, again, I bring up Rambo, like I think it's a little different in live action, still not quite my type of thing. I much prefer like hand-to-hand martial arts, knife like combat, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just nothing fun about just like watching this, is that the couple of colours coming up on screen. But yeah, nice episode. Really like the director. Hopefully we see more of him. Again, I'm not exactly 100% sure what happened to him. I think Sakamoto beat him up, but I think he's still alive, right? Yeah, he just kind of stole his bullets. Okay, so he's still going to be about, which is great news, because as I did say, he's going to create some very interesting situations going forward. So excited to see that. Nice little bit of backstory here as well with the sewing, and again harkening back to the opening, where we do see Sakamoto with her mum, I assume in that case. I did think that was her, and she had like a tattoo. We do see that whole scene here, actually, don't we? Yeah, there. So yeah, and she's got that same kind of sewing. I think that's a constellation or something. But she was friends with I forget that guy's name. I want to say Tomato. I know it certainly ain't Tomato, but something similar. Yeah, Tomato we'll call them. And yeah, and old Sakamoto. So yeah, and she looks quite young here. So they had. And she's like right at the front, almost like the leader, almost like she's kind of inspiring them, / they're kind of maybe looking up to her a little bit. They're like really good friends. Like this is quite a like, I wouldn't say a wholesome shot, but like a kind of warm shot, like a very friendly shot. So that should be really interesting as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Have a great one. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next week with episode 9.